Basic thing, what we're now looking at the Mahāyāna, is where you come back, and what brings you back is compassion. You know, there's a great statement of Nagarjuna, my favorite statement in a way in the Buddhist literature, is this one. It's in some sutras, but it becomes particularly famous in the writing of Nagarjuna. Shunyata karana garbham, as sort of a description of the highest expression of reality. Shunyata karana garbham. And shunyata, as you know, means zero-ness or emptiness or voidness, right? Shunyata. Karuna means compassion. And from the root of it is, karu means connects to the heart, and na is like a negative. So it's like the stopping of the pleasure of your heart, which happens when you encounter other suffering. So that's why it's compassion. It's like empathetic. You feel the suffering of the other, even though you're feeling better. So then your own personal pleasure stops because you become alert to the suffering of another. And the word garbha, actually, root meaning of garbha is womb, actually. So it means emptiness, the womb of compassion. So, you know, when they go out into nirvana, the individual seeking freedom for him or herself, they come here, and in a way, this is aligned with emptiness. You know, it's the absolute. Emptiness is the absolute, in a way, and therefore it's even a little bit encouragement in the term voidness, emptiness, zero-ness, a slight encouragement in the term to think of it as an empty space somewhere. And because that's the opposite of all this differentiated like things which come to bother us and to cause suffering and so forth, and we're dissatisfied about. And so he lets them have that kind of thing, but then they realize that emptiness itself is empty. So then you have the emptiness of emptiness, meaning that emptiness itself has no solidity kind of thing. It's not a thing in itself. And because empty is like space. You know, space is a double negation, right? Space is defined in Western philosophy the same way as in Indian philosophy as the absence of impenetrability. So it's the lack of obstruction of something. So it's a double negation. And so by the double negation, then you come back, and when you come back, you then become aware that you are stuck with all of the differentiated things, supposedly. And so when you understand that, and you understand what I would call absolute relativity, in a sense, but it isn't quite just the same as being resigned to relativity and thinking there was a nice absolute that you can't reach. It's rather kind of where the relativity itself is the absolute. So then if the relativity itself is the absolute, then the condition of the relativity that you're associated with becomes of absolute concern for you. And then what does that mean? If you're there in a relativity, in a relationality with all sensitive beings, what is of absolute importance then is that no one feel pain, that no one suffer. So then you're committed to, even if people are feeling pain, that something, whatever it is that makes them feel a little less, becomes this, you could put the same energy toward that as you would if you thought there was an absolute escape, that you would totally run for it, if you follow me. So it puts you in a double bind. So therefore, this emptiness, instead of thought of as a vast space, is an emptiness like a womb, a nurturing emptiness, and what it nurtures is the mental strength to have compassion for beings and to re-engage with the relative world in a completely committed manner, so to speak, if you follow me. And then supposedly, and this is where it gets really hard to swallow for people like me, supposedly then when you sort of know that this relativity is emptiness, meaning it is the absolute, then you have you can bear having a kind of empathy for everyone. You can bear what seems to be impossible otherwise. You feel that as a kind of bliss.